Being a 24-year-old photographer, cinematographer, and creative entrepreneur is time-consuming as is, but throw aviation and athletics into the mix, and it can lead to some pretty long days. My name is Sydney Baker Green, and this is a day in my life. My day starts before the sun comes up at 0530 hours. Because my family generally sleeps in to 800 hours or 900 hours, 5:30 is the optimal time to get any YouTube content done or any noise-sensitive work. After waking up and making sure I didn't oversleep, I take a quick glance at my calendar and head over to the computer to get started on any work for the day. 0530 hours to 800 hours is my first working period. During this time, I will do a number of business-related tasks depending on my to-do list that varies daily. I take these morning hours to reply to any emails and inquiries that I received overnight, plan social media marketing content, edit any outstanding film scans from photo sessions, and continue color grading any feature films that I have been hired to grade as a digital intermediate colorist. However, if this is a day that I need to record YouTube content or any noise-sensitive work, this entire work period will be dedicated solely to recording, and everything will be pushed to the second work period. Once the clock strikes 800 hours, it's off to the gym. After grabbing some coffee and pre-workout, I hit the weight room. Weightlifting is essential to my athletic life because it not only functions as a means to get the body composition that I want, but also functions as great cross-training for my sport, springboard diving. My primary focus as a diver in the weight room is leg day. I break my leg days into 2 days, focusing on the front of the legs the first day and the posterior chain the second day. Squatting is of course one of my go-to exercises, and deadlift will always have my heart. My current PR for deadlift is 315 pounds at 6 reps. At 0930 hours, I head back home for a quick shower and continue my day at 1000 hours. This is where my days vary depending on what's going on. On Mondays and Wednesdays, the second block is from 1000 hours to 1400 hours. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1000 hours to 1600 hours, and Friday is generally a free-for-all. During this time, I continue to work on any creative work that I have on my calendar. This can be working with brides and grooms for upcoming weddings that I am the lead photographer on, color grading, or even creating websites for some of my corporate clients. On Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1400 hours to 1500 hours, I am teaching my students in my live DaVinci Resolve color grading course. However, this second block can also function as a flight block. I won't do any creative work after the gym on the days that I'm going to fly. Instead, I will take this time to plan out my flight and update any weather information pertaining to this flight. While my flight bag is pretty electronic at this point, I still like to map out my flight on a sectional to keep up the skills. Unfortunately, it's not possible to fly every week, so on the weeks that I'm not flying, I try to take at least 2 days out of that week to play Flight Simulator. It's a great way to keep up on skills in the aircraft, and it's a free resource, which is so crucial in an expensive industry such as aviation. In high school, I played so much Flight Simulator that when I got my license in college, my Czech airman said that I had some of the best instrument flying he's seen in a private student. This leads us into the final activity of the day, diving. I practice 4 days a week, Mondays through Thursdays. The pool is a 20-minute drive from home. Mondays, I dive from 1500 hours to 2000 hours. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1700 hours to 2000 hours, and Wednesdays from 1500 to 1800 hours. I didn't always like diving, and as a matter of fact, I'm afraid of deep water and pool drains. And out of all of my former teammates that I dove with, I'm the only one who's still diving. I have been diving for over 10 years, and diving has shown me that what I'm capable of is often limited by my mindset. It's also taught me that others' opinions of your capabilities is not the reality of what you are capable of. COVID-19 threw some wrenches into my progress during my initial comeback that started early in 2019. I was off the board for 2 years after my aunt died, but I realized I still have a lot to prove to myself. There's only one place from here, and that's up. I generally get home around 2000 hours except Wednesdays when I attend congregation meetings through Zoom from 1900 hours to 2030 hours. But once all of my responsibilities have come to an end, you will find me in the kitchen cooking up my meal of the day. I am on a cutting diet for the time being with an intermittent fasting protocol, so although it's only one meal, it's eaten over the course of 2 to 3 hours. I eat the same thing every day, 32 ounces of chicken breast to get me close to my protein macro of 200 grams, and of course, I like to treat myself every day to a risotto. Yes, every day I make a risotto. It's my favorite dish to make, and I love how different wines create unique flavor profiles. The rice and the butter in the risotto will cap off my carb macro of 150 grams and get me close to my fat macro of 67 grams, which generally I won't hit because I like to save those calories for the wine that I'm obviously drinking too. After eating, it's time to hit the shower and get ready for bed. My day has finally come to an end. I like to watch a little bit of content before bed, and I'll also take this time to do my nightly Bible reading. But here's the thing, I'm going to keep it real with you. While these videos often present the perfect image of I have my life together, that is not anyone's reality. Some days I just don't want to, and my 5:30 days will start at 12, sometimes even 1. Some days I only accomplish the gym or diving because I'm creatively burned out. And that's called being human. Creative journeys are not easy, and it's okay not to be 100% all of the time. I didn't start this business life to have a life that I wanted to run away from. And if you run a business, neither did you. Remember that, creative entrepreneur. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications if you have not. Be sure to share it if you know anybody who may want to see it. Follow me on my social media. A link is in the description down below, as well as the YouTube fam. Their links are also in the description down below. My beautiful people, if you are ever feeling uninspired, uncreative, or just want to give up on life, remember, every day, airplanes take off against the wind. Keep climbing, stay inspired, guys. And as always, stay fabulous. My name is Sydney, and I will see you beautiful people next time. Peace out.